Hey everyone, it's Jason. Welcome to an unboxing for Scarabya, or Scarabya. You're trying to collect some golden scarabs. So this is an interesting, kind of like tile laying puzzle solving game. So what you're doing is you're going to play one of four different explorers. Either you have jungle, desert, water, like deep or Arctic, and you're trying to collect gold. So you're on these different dig sites. So everyone's playing with essentially the exact same, the exact same stuff. It's just what you're doing is you have different boards that look different. They could have just made all four the exact same, but it's actually really cool that they made them a little bit differently. It's a very kind of quick and fast-paced game. So we're going to break this open and look at it. Oh, here it says your seasoned archaeologists are competing against your colleagues to find the most scarab relics. Golden beetle amulets are extremely valuable. It can help solve ancient mysteries, and the long civilization created them. They are known to scattered across the world, buried in the Egyptian desert, hidden in the Amazon rainforest, immersed in the Bermuda Triangle, and the frozen Antarctica. To find them, lead your team on expedition to set up camps to mark out areas of excavation. Will you be the archaeologist who finds the most scarabs and uncovers the mysteries of Scarabya? So if you kind of like tile laying puzzle games, this is really cool. So this is just telling you not to toss your tiles out. Just don't throw away pieces that you actually need. Alright, we're going to look at this. So object of the game. Strategically positioning tiles on the outlying excavation areas surrounding points earn scarabs. An excavation area is a group of 4 squares of less that's surrounded by tiles. Uncovered scarab tokens were 1 to 4 points each, depending on the size of the excavation area they're in. Scarab tiles hidden by a tile or located in areas larger than 4 squares do not earn points. Alright, so that's pretty easy. So, just showing layout rules here. So, the first tile must cover at least one of the 4 center squares. So you start off. You're going to do is you draw these cards. You're going to tell everyone what tile they're going to pick. Again, each player is playing with a different set, like different theme, but you're all have the exact same tiles. And it's just saying the first one has to touch one of the first sports at your starting camp. And then all our tiles must connect to a previously placed tile by at least 1 square. So it's like showing here. This one here is touching this tile. These are touching those two, but this one doesn't touch one of those previous tiles. It must be placed within the frame, so you can't like stick it outside the frame. You can't overlap it. So as you get to the end of the game, you might run out of room, and you might be like, "Oh crap! Like I placed these tiles in such a way that I can't fit this tile in anymore." So, scarab symbols can be covered by tiles but will not score points. If a tile can be placed on the site, it must be placed. If it can't, it must be discarded. So, if you're trying to save a certain area and also you draw a tile that you can put there but it's going to cover up your points, you have to put it there, basically. How you collect them? If it's enclosed by a space of 4 squares or less, this can be bordered by tiles, rocks, or the frame itself. Each scarab is worth as many points as the number of squares, 1, 2, 3, or 4. To score points, take a scarab token with the point value that correlates to the number of squares and place it on top of each scarab symbol within the area. So here it's showing there. Now you can see they have like the darker brown tiles surrounding those 4 extra spots. So they're going to get 4 points for each because you have 4 open spots. So it's kind of like it's kind of an interesting thing is you don't want to cover up the tiles, but you also want to try and have the most points open as possible. Like, you could still gain points, by having like by having it enclosed by one spot, but you're not going to gain as many points that way. So you don't want to like have them always like as tight as possible next to it. So it kind of makes it a little bit interesting that way too. And after all the cards are drawn, tiles have been placed, you total up your points. So some variations you can do, like one-on-one, solo, so I'm not going to go through all that. And then there's just rules in other languages. So it's literally, this is like a 2-page rule book. That's how difficult this game is. Alright, so we're going to look at these tiles. So, like, here's our desert. So you're going to have, like, different L shapes, Z shapes, T shapes, all the different, you know, Tetris, polyomino type shapes. There are different symbols showing, like, you have a dig site. Here you have, like, your tanks laid out. Here's some dynamite. So there's all your 1-point scarabs. If we flip them over, they're going to be the same on the other side. So you can rotate them, flip them whichever direction you need to do. But there's our desert tiles. And then you're going to get basically the same thing for your Arctic. And now if we actually looked at these like next to each other. So like here we have this car with a pulling a thing. There's another one. That trail. The top one, you know, has a map and that stuff. So it's all the people in the same exact positions. So it's like roughly the similar type of artwork. You know, like the T1 has like big trail boxes. There's a dig drill, so that one's more like a snowplow, where that's like a grill. With at the bottom, you're gonna have your tents. Instead, there's igloos. You have your tile with dynamite, your tile with your car. So that's kind of neat. Like everything's, you know, the same feel, just a different theming. So this one has like one that cuts trees. Well, you still got your dynamite. Here you have some jeeps, some white tents. There we have some tokens for 3 points. And then our aqua one, where we're going to get a little bit different artwork because they're underwater, but they got some boats and stuff. And we have our 4-point tiles. So those are all of those. And then here's going to be our board. So we're going to have 4 different boards, and they're all going to have tiles. All your scarabs are going to be in the exact same locations. So there's nothing new there. So nothing different there. Now, what also makes this game unique, though, or very interesting, is so I popped these 4 tiles out. This is going to be my frame to start laying all my tiles down on. So I'll place that like that. And then each one comes with 4 inner tiles. So each one had these 4 inner tiles, which you pop out these things. And now all the holes are going to be the same on all 4. So all 4 regions are going to have the same 4 tiles. But then what makes the game more unique is, like, so you could have everyone set their board up the exact same, and then each person can set it up. Every time you play, you can set it up differently. But you can also set them up different every time. So, like, this time I could set it up this way, you know, and my opponent could, you know, swap these 2 around. So then, we're not playing on the exact same boards. Or they could rotate this one or that. So again, you could have each person set their board up the exact same, and then everyone's playing on a 100% level playing field. You're playing the same tile, same thing. It's just who knows how to position them better. Or you could rotate stuff in different directions, which will make it a little bit more difficult. I mean, not difficult, but then it makes it a little bit more challenging, because then it's like, you're not playing the exact same, so like someone can't look over and copy you. You're also going to get a bunch of these little rocks. So like there's gonna be one for each color. So you have like desert, grass, and so what these do. If I snap this tiling, and this frame here on the outside is what it was telling you at the beginning. That little sheet when we first opened the box, it said to keep. I don't know why. But my tiles do not want to snap in here right. They're being kind of frustrating. There we go. So what you do is you put these little stones in here. And then these add extra barricades of where you can't put your tiles, but you can also score around those points. And again, that'll be so different placement of those different rocks will make different options. You're gonna get a bunch of baggies here, so you can put all your tiles for each of your different stuff and all your different things in different ones. So that's kind of nice. And then we're going to get the pack of cards here, which is going to be a pain to open, I'm guessing, because of how they seal these. Oh, they shrink wrap these packages so the cards don't go anywhere. And if you've ever had to open these, you can understand my frustration right now. Alright, there we go. So then these are going to be the packs, the cards, and it's just one for every different shape in the game. And then the bottom of the box is just going to have your 4 different quadrants so that you can drop your different tiles in each one. If you want to keep them separated quick, so that way if someone's playing desert, they can just grab the desert stuff, or whatever. You don't have to keep sorting them out every time. Not that it's a big deal. So now, basically we figure out how the game is. So if I'm playing here, and I draw this card, so I gotta have the one that's shaped like the L, not the L, whatever shape that is. That's this one here. So now I have to place this somewhere on my board. Now, the first time it goes, it has to go in one of these first 4 spots, and I want to try and cover up the least amount of tiles as possible. I'm gonna see if I can do this. Nope, apparently my camera doesn't want to go any lower than that. Alright, I was just trying to see if we could... Yeah, so that'd be the first part. To start, you just have to figure out where you want to put this. So I could put it here, but that covers up, 2 of my scarabs. I could put it like that, and that would only cover up 1. So I can flip it upside down. And that would kind of maybe set me up for, like, the next one. So let's just say I draw a next tile. And I draw the, like, odd T-shape. And let's see if I can find that one really quick. So now I have this. So now I don't have to attach it to the front here. I can put it anywhere else. But now I can't put it like this because it'll hang off the edge of the board. It just has to at least touch this piece, though. So, if I put this right there, it's going to cover up this scarab there. But this potentially sets me up right here for 4. So now all I have to do is that if at some point I can get a tile over here, I could somehow win. It's like my third one. We need an L shape. Grab a big old L shape. So now if I drop this like that, so now if I can get something to cover up this spot here, I could score. So let's just see where our next tile. Let's just see what we got. We got a Z. So now that's not going to work anywhere down here. So we got to move somewhere else. So I have to attach it though. Now, I could be playing this very terribly. I don't know. And I'm sure, like, the more, like, this type of game, the more and more you play it, the better you're going to get at figuring out maybe what you need to do or the best way to do it. So I could drop this one right here. If I did that, it's going to score me 1 point right there. I do have a point here, I just noticed. Because I have 4 open spots, so I have 1 point there. I could do, or 4 points, because I got 4 open. I could drop this to get 1 there, but I don't know if that's my best move. I would play with a rule, though, and again, maybe the first time you play, maybe you don't adhere to this as much, but if you played a few times, I would say is once you let go of your tile, you're done. And I'd also put some sort of time limit on it, so you don't have, people sitting there like, oh, like, let me do this, spending 15 minutes trying to figure out where to put one tile at. So I can't put that there because it's going to hit my rock. Ooh, I'm going to cover up too many tiles that way. I'm trying not to cover up as many scarabs as possible. Let's try that one. Got the big L. So what I'm kind of hoping for is if I put this guy down here, if I dropped him there, I would gain 2 points there and 1 point there. But I don't know if I'm going to ever get these now because that's too many down there. So I don't know if that's worth it. But I could do this. So now I have 4 on each of those. So now I have 4 on this one. Plus I get 1 point for that. So I've actually scored a decent number of points down there. But I also have my tiles are all kind of getting a little everywhere. Ooh, we got the dynamite tile. Alright. So now here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in there. Or 6 tiles. So I'd have to try and block that off somehow to get the best results. So if I dropped it here, the problem is I got 1 point there, but then I got too many in here. There's no way I'm going to get another tile in there. So that is not my best result there. And I might just have to forego trying to get a bunch here. Maybe I just need to drop this right there and just use it as a block. Alright, so now we got the plus. But also, being that these cards are random, you don't know what order you're going to get stuff in. And again, if everyone had their board set up the same, that's equal on who gets to do what, what way works the best. So, that can't go with. So now this cross is going to be a little bit harder to play. But you can also look at what tiles you have left too. It's also something to keep in mind. So if I look, I got this big giant one. I got some longer ones here. So I want to make sure that I don't drop this right in the middle here and not have any room for the rest of those. So I might need to just do something like this and just sacrifice that one. So we got a U-boat. So, I would like to try and get something in there to get some of those guys. But again, I have 6 in here, so I'd have to get something in like this spot here, or covering up like this, to be able to get, or like this direction to get all of those. So I don't know what I want to do there. Because again, I have to play this somewhere. But I'm also running out of space. So let's try, no. Yeah, we'll try that one there. Alright, so we got the big L. I think some of my cards stuck together because my deck ran out and I still got 2 tiles. Now, this one's going to be kind of a pain because I can only place it either here, there, or I have to place it way over here. You know what? For the sake of what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop it there. Actually, I'm going to drop it down here and hope that I have enough. So, some of these cards get stuck together. Did they not send me? Oh, I missed our first one there. And where did I miss my T block at? Yep, I just got a couple of them just got stuck together. Alright, so we're going to do the T block next. We're going to see what we can do with that. We're going to try that one there. Alright, then finally we have our last submarine. And I think what we're going to have to do is drop that one there. So, our total points then is we're going to have 1 point there. 4 points, so we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. And then the only spot I won't score where I have a Scarab is these guys because there's more than 4 spots. So I had 29 points, so that wasn't too bad. Now there was different spots I could have laid stuff, tried things differently, tons of different options. But again, depending on the order they land, which direction you have your rocks, will make a difference. Because like I said, so if I just dump all these guys back off. So again, like there's these tiles, you can rotate them in 4 different orientations. You're going to put your rocks in different spots, or you can have them in different orders too, which will make a difference because maybe you have a bunch more scares built up together. Maybe they're spread out a little bit more. Definitely makes the game interesting because that way everyone can, again, play on the same playing field, having the exact same board, everything the exact same way, which is how I'd probably do it the first game. But I think then later games, I would actually let people rotate their boards in different directions and stuff. Just because in that way, like, nobody's playing the exact same even game. But there we go. That's Scarabya. So if you're looking for just a really very fun, fairly quick game, there you are. Alright, so see you guys in the next video. Bye.